Hi, this is India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. Welcome. If you're new, I talk about handbags, also lifestyle topics, which is what this topic will be about today. So quick video is going to be over my review of one of the HelloFresh meals that I made. And I also have some clips that you will see popping up with me making the food. So I thought this would be a kind of interesting twist, a nice topic to add to my lifestyle part of my channel, which I've been using HelloFresh for about, sorry, I keep hitting my light. Let me change this around, I'm sorry. That's better. I've been using HelloFresh for about 4 weeks now and finally had the thought to add a review to my channel to add some more variety. So anyway, I will continue to do this from time to time, especially if you're interested. So definitely don't forget to like this video as well as share it and subscribe to my channel. All right, so this one's going to be over the pork sausage and bell pepper risotto. So first off, with HelloFresh meals, the estimated times I feel like are not accurate unless you're like a professional chef. And I don't know what they're using as their kind of like prep time and cook time measurements, because like it says 5 minutes. Look, I have to chop a bell pepper. I have to cut up scallions. I have to cut up a whole garlic clove. I have to peel the skin from a pork sausage. That is not 5 minutes of prep time. So first off, I just want to say overall, estimate an hour to hour 15 minutes for your HelloFresh meal. That's from prep to finish, okay? The cook times are never the amount of times I feel like, especially when we're talking about like me, when I cook things like veggies in the oven, it seems like they still need to bake longer than they say. So just keep that in mind. With the risotto, the key to it is making sure that the liquid is continuing to be hot. You allow it to absorb, and you're continuing to pour the warm liquid in, because that slows down the process when it's cold. But anyway, overall, I did like this meal. My husband was not a fan of the risotto. And I will say you do still need to add your extra whatever seasonings and things like that you use to flavor your food. Definitely continue to add those. I made the mistake of the first HelloFresh meal of not adding anything, just going straight off the paper, and it was bland as bland can be, which is not what I'm used to eating, not what my husband's used to eating. So just keep that in mind. If you're not a light salt and literally light salt, light pepper, put your extra seasonings in there to help enhance the flavor, the salt, pepper, whatever. Season all that. So with this one, obviously, if you don't know, HelloFresh is kind of I'll say it's like a meal prep, meal delivery. Your food's not ready for you, but they do have everything that you need for the meal. They ship it to your house and you need to cook it. Now, if they could find a chef to come with this, that would be the best thing to do because you get tired of cooking. At least I do. I just don't like to cook. I want to eat the food, but I don't want to make it. That's the thing. Anyway, so that's the two caveats there, is that this probably says about 50 minutes total between prep and cook. I'm going to say this probably took this was actually an easier prep meal because you were doing spears for the peppers instead of chopping them fine. So I would say this one was more about an hour. So I would say bump about 10 more minutes onto that. And yeah, but this one's more closer to accurate cook and prep time versus the other meals that I have where I have to cut up fresh veggies and things like that. But anyway, like I said, overall, I did like this meal. With risotto, you have to be over that stove and stirring it the entire time. Like I said, the key is keeping the liquid, which is basically your chicken stock that you're using and you're adding to the risotto each time once it absorbs. It needs to be warm. Keep it warm, keep it warm, keep it warm. I actually ended up having to add additional liquid to mine to continue to cook the risotto to make sure it's softened to the point that it should have softened to. So just keep that in mind. They do note that on here that you may have to add more liquid or you may not use all of it. So just note that. I think a nice element to this meal would be to add like a Chardonnay or a Pinot Grigio, something like that, to add a little bit of a pizzazz to it, to add some extra flavor and enhance the flavor of it. But overall, I did enjoy the pork sausage and bell pepper risotto. I wish it was ground pork sausage so that way I didn't have to waste time taking the skin off. But overall, it's a pretty simple recipe. I do like the way that it came out and I enjoyed it, and it was one of the simpler items to cook. But like I said, if you're looking for something where you can stick it to the side and let it, and you can walk away for a minute or two or 5 minutes and then come back, this is not the recipe. You cannot walk away from that risotto. You have to be over the stove continually stirring it the entire time. But overall, really enjoyed this recipe. And let me know if you have thought about trying HelloFresh or any other type of meal delivery service that kind of gives you the recipe, gives you the food, and then you just cook it. So you don't have to do anything else but cook the food. Let me know. I've been thinking about trying Blue Apron now that my meal plan is kind of getting a little bit more expensive with HelloFresh. I got the, like, I don't know what it's called, but like some deal where it's like you get X amount of meals for free and when you pay for X amount of meals. And the way that they did that approach is they basically tiered the discount. So basically over time, the HelloFresh meal probably started at about $40 for the plan that I purchased, and then it slowly increased from there because it was less of a discount. And so I'm not at the I'm not at the point where I'm not out of my discount, or, you know, have exceeded it, I guess I should say. But it is slowly becoming a little bit more expensive. But at the same time, I would say at this point might be, I don't know, it's about the same as what I would have paid for some food. And you're also paying for the convenience. Like, going to the grocery store is a chore to me, and I don't like going to the grocery store. I like finding recipes, but I don't like anything else about getting the recipe into my stomach. That's the thing. So if somebody could go to the grocery store for me, somebody could cook it, and then all I have to do is eat it, and I just tell you what I want, that would be perfect. So we're not at that point yet. So I did read an article that did compare HelloFresh and other, like Blue Apron and other meal prep delivery systems, however they classify themselves. And HelloFresh admittedly was one of the more expensive ones. What they did do was they pretty much tried to buy the same exact items in the same exact amounts when they could to what HelloFresh recipe called for, and HelloFresh did come out to be more expensive. So I do plan on, once my discount running out, looking at going to Blue Apron to kind of help cut some of the costs down. I truly just started HelloFresh just because it was getting really expensive at the grocery store, and I thought, you know what, it's a chore for me to go to the grocery store anyway. I'm buying a few items and it's becoming really expensive. Like, I just went to the grocery store and got items for breakfast and it was $70. And comparing that to the HelloFresh, where it was about $70 per week for 3 meals a week, 4 servings a piece. So basically that's total of 12 individual meals. Then I said, you know what, let me just go the HelloFresh route. So now that I'm at the 4-week mark, 5-week mark actually at this point, then the prices for my food for each of my meals now is about a little over $100, like $110. So now I'm at the point, like I said, where my discount is slowly kind of expiring, and now I will look for a different meal prep company to try them out and then decide whether I want to go back to HelloFresh or try something else. So let me know your thoughts overall. Have you tried HelloFresh? Are you trying Blue Apron or any other type of meal prep delivery, whatever we call this service? I would love to hear your experiences down below, which ones you enjoy, which ones you don't. And let me know if this video, if you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up. If there's any questions that you have, please let me know those as well. But I do like the overall convenience of it. And let me tell you, I'm not paid by HelloFresh. I did this out of my own money. They didn't ask me to do anything. They don't even know anything about me. They just know I'm customer number, whatever number. So this is not an advertisement or paid advertisement or anything like that. This is my honest opinion of this one meal and my overall experience so far with HelloFresh, as well as kind of how I'm faring with it. So, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And I appreciate you taking a little bit of time to spend with me today. And I will talk to you again soon, either on a Wednesday or on a Saturday. Hopefully I see you for both. Bye.